YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and I'm here for another week's edition of the Madden 23 Coaches Corner, where I break down a full online gameplay of Madden 23 football and explain to you guys all my strategies, my tips, my tricks, what I'm doing throughout a full game so I can help you guys get better at the game and just win more games. Now this week, in this weekly series, I'm going to be going over how I like to defend and lock up the gun tight offset TE. As y'all know, this is pretty much what 99% of players run right now on offense. So, I'm going to run the dog. You guys can see my audibles. Got spinner, cover 2 man, DB fire 2, and cover 4. Now, I am setting audibles for the 3-3 cub, potentially the nickel over, just in case I end up running these formations, but most likely I will stay in dollar against this guy. Now, by default, we're going to leave our coaching adjustments, zone drops, on default at the beginning of the game, just to see what he wants to do. Now, if I need to adjust them throughout the game, I will, but I like to start off on default zone drops, but I use base alignment. Why base alignment? Well, base alignment is going to allow me to get my corners out wide. That just helps defend the flats and the deeper sidelines for corners, whatnot. And you already know, with the tight offset TE, you're going to get a slew of corner outs. The deep corner, the corner of depth, bench corners, flats, seams, trap, inside zone, all that. So, first play, I pinch my line, crash my line to the inside, stop the trap. He sees he can't run the ball. Next play, he tries to quick snap a basic passing play of some flats, seams, slant, post over the middle. And, as you guys can see, got a pick. So when you don't block anybody against that defense, you're going to get screamed at. You're going to get screamed at even if you do block somebody, really. But especially when you don't, you have to make a quick read. And I was sitting over the middle myself, and he threw right at my flat zone. And that's why I like to keep my zone drops on default at the beginning of the game, because I want to see if you want to try those flats. Now, the reason why I was able to get that pick there is I have Acrobat on Deion Sanders. So I'm going to go over my abilities really quickly. Basically, my 2 outside corners, I use Fuller and Deion Sanders. Why? Both of them can get Pick Artist and Acrobat, both of those abilities for 0 AP. So that's really big because I think Acrobat is better than like flat zone KO when you're running defenses that are cover 2 base, because they'll get those crazy diving pick animations a lot this year right now in cover 2. So I can have those 2 abilities for 0 AP, and then I can put the deep out zone knockout on them, and then potentially a flat zone knockout if I want it, or mid zone knockout if I want it, and have all those abilities for only 2 AP. So that's really big. Now, I'll get to the rest of them in a second here, but just want to explain, I knew he was running spinner right there. The reason why I knew he was running spinner is because when I audibled to bunch Y curl, I sent my outside bunch receiver in motion, and I saw that his defender followed him across the formation. That's a dead giveaway based upon the alignment of his dollar defense. He's in spinner. So, as soon as I noticed that, I was in wide curl because I wanted to quick pass that flat to the slot receiver. I also streaked my tight end. The reason why I did that is in case he shaded his coverage underneath to stop the wheel route, the tight end would have been a free touchdown. He didn't, so the wheel route was a touchdown. Just like that, we're up 7-0. Now, for the rest of my abilities on my D lineman, I actually have the Unstoppable Force, aka guys right now. They're glitchy. But then on my safeties, I have Deep Route Knockout, and then also the Deep Out Zone Knockout with the Pick Artist and the Acrobat, right? Byard, he actually gets that Acrobat as well for 0 AP, so that's nice. The reason why I have the Deep Route Knockout on my safeties is so that when I man them up, if they get beat by a step, they can, they can break it up. Now, on the sub linebacker, I don't use her, which right now for me, that's Darren Woodson. I also have deep route knockout on him as well, because I'm going to man him up a lot to like a tight end or a slot. So if they send him on a seam, post, deep corner, whatever, he can knock it out. So you guys can see he's in spinner. He's backing everybody up, whatever. The thing is, he's not pinching his line. So when you don't pinch your line, I'm going to test you with trap. He can't defend it, but the thing about it is I know I can have a touchdown here because now I have the field to work with, right? I have more space than I did the first drive, and I'm looking at his abilities, seeing his knockouts, and I already know that CeeDee Lamb right here, if I can just get some time on that post, is going to be a touchdown. Now, what I did right there is I made sure I kept that little in route. You could have even used a slant, either way, to occupy his user over the intermediate middle of the field. By occupying his user and blocking the running back, I gave myself enough time to wait for CeeDee Lamb to cut back over the middle field on that Saints in post as a free touchdown. Saints in, that post, I believe is the best route in the game because it whoops every sort of man coverage really bad. for big plays, but also you can turn that into a cover 3 bomb and a zone beater very easily. So that route is just, it's unfair. It truly is. So this is a pretty much a must-score drive for him. As you guys can see, I only have my curl flat set to 5 yards. Everything else is at default. And again, that's just so I can have my flats actually play in the flats if I need them to. Or I can just man everybody up like I do here and then put deep zones on the outside corners. You want to put deep zones on the outside corners in combination with man coverage because as you guys can see, it's going to box up those corner routes.
If you're looking to become a better Madden player, I highly recommend you check out sportsgamers.com. This is where I post all my premium content, all my tips, and all my ebooks you will get access to as a VIP member. This is the best content at the best price in the Madden tip space. If you want, you can use my coupon code DUKE, which will give you guys 10% off your order. Link is in the description and also in the comments. I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside and helping you guys improve your Madden game.
Even if you use the PA shot seams deep corner, it will box it up. The quick corners, it's going to box it up. He just got nowhere to go, man. He's already been stopped twice, so like I know he's not going to run the ball, so I have no need to pinch my D-line at this point. Like if you want to run, go ahead. So I'm keeping my D-line spread, and I'm just killing him. So here I'm going back to another one of my man beaters. This time I'm in bunch, and again I see he's in spinner every play. Now this time I put the outside bunch receiver on a C route because I've noticed that when I go to bunch that one time, he did not deep zone that corner. So I'm like, okay, we need to give him something else to worry about. Now, we're inside the 10, and, to me, this is a really nice, simple area of the field to just run the ball, right? Run the ball, see if he got run. He did a decent enough job right here. So now I'm going to go back to one of my other favorite plays in the red zone, stick. He's in man coverage, and I know those quick out routes are going to win. Now, he actually did shade underneath right there, so I couldn't just throw it as a quick out. It's actually an option, but against man, it does turn into an out route. Now, because he shaded underneath, it took away the quick throw, but because he shaded underneath, they jumped so hard down on it that I could just high pass it over the top for a touchdown. So again, all these little things are really making a big difference right here. Like, this guy's not a bad player at all. He's running the meta, and like you can tell he's pretty solid. It's just I know a little bit more than him. You know what I'm saying? Like I know some stuff he doesn't know. And he's kind of trying to run my offense and my defense. Like, I've been running this stuff all year. And, the people that just, don't know how to run it as well, it shows. It shows. So, again, he kind of went to my play. I just ran on him. But except for running the option routes, he actually tried a hot route, a slant, and a post combo. Again, I'm manning these routes up with my safeties so I can just defend that over the middle. And when I'm rushing 5 like this, you're really not going to have the time, even if you do block the running back, to sit back, relax and make these reads over the middle. So this time he went with the PA shot seams. He tried to hit the deep corner. Again, I'm always putting that corner opposite the running back, the outside corner, in a deep zone and manning that guy up. So I'm basically creating a double team on that deep corner route if he runs it. Now right there, he finally did check down to the flats, and he was able to get some yards there. But we're creating a 4th and 8, and at this point, like I'm gonna take away the flats, as you guys can see. I have everyone manned up, but then I have flat zones over the middle. Now I'm sorry, not over the middle, but as the outside corners. Now finally, he tried to, for the first time, hit me with a seam wheel to the running back. That was actually a good play. He actually did get unlucky there. But when you're playing the type of defense I am, where Duke can't even get a first down, and you're getting 21 in the first quarter, sometimes it just be like that. So here, basically I went back to the Saints in play. That time he recognized that the post was going to be a touchdown, so he usered it. Only problem for him was that I had the tight end wide open over the middle field, and he scored a touchdown. So that's the great thing about that play. Is there's just so many routes on that play that it's kind of the no blitz play, I would say. If I see someone man blitzing me, that's my favorite play call. I don't like abusing PA shot seams. If you guys have noticed, I've really not run that play all game. Why? Because to me, like that deep corner route, everyone knows to expect it. If you have half a brain, you can stop it. I'm gonna run other plays, and if you give it to me, sure. I'm going to run it, but I'm not going to try to just run it up and down the field like some other people are. And once again, he's running it, and What do you know? Like, exactly the same adjustments I've been telling y'all. You man that right up. You put a deep zone over there. It's just not open. He threw it again. I picked him again.